The ferry is booked back to the UK. I moved late last night to this car park, which is just outside Bilbao. It's got some pretty good views actually of Bilbao. The weekends are free to park in the city centre, but this area here is perfect, within walking distance of Bilbao. Public transport links from here to the city centre are also very good. Maya! We go into the vet, we've got to get the worming done going back to UK. Ferry is booked for the morning. We're just doing a few final preparations. Playa La Arena. This is the final stop whilst I'm here in Bilbao. We're going to have a quick walk on the beach and then we're going to head to the port. There's quite a few surfers about actually here. I can't see where they're going in though. I can't see where the actual break is. Oh, there it is. I see a few people. Looks a bit choppy for me though. Here in the port of Bilbao. Last time I was here, there's a place there. There's like a little building there. Basically, I had to go through from there all the way over there, passing all these police checks, and the wheel was completely gone. Like the wheel bearing had gone. It was the most stressful experience ever. So I'm looking at all these places and I'm like, oh my god, I remember. For more on this, check out this video here, Spanish farewell, more than 2 years ago. Luckily this time around didn't have any issues whatsoever. A quick check by the Guardia Civil to see if I had any drugs or guns, before being stopped here to give my biometric data and fingerprints to get through the border. What are your thoughts on this, guys? And just like that, here we go, heading onto the ferry as we go towards the Bay of Biscay. Ah, there we go. We're about 4 hours, 3 or 4 hours from docking in Portsmouth. It was quite rocky yesterday. A bit of a stomach thingy going on, but today's fine. Sure, it's not fine for her. It's difficult for the dogs. They've got to be in the kennel, like, you know. But nice weather though, anyway. The total journey time from Bilbao to Portsmouth works out about 30 hours. Good morning, we're back in the UK, lovely sunny day. The only thing is that the accelerator cable snapped last night as I was driving back from Portsmouth. So I've got to fix it temporarily to get me home back to where I'm headed. This is a bit of a challenge, using what I have as well. Here you can see the end of the accelerator cable which had snapped off. I came up with an idea pretty quickly on how I could fix it by connecting something to the end, either a piece of wire or a lug. I didn't really know how exactly I was going to fix it, but I knew that I had no choice but to do so. So here I am with various tools, just trying to work something out. Just looking for some sort of temporary repair to get me back moving. So here's what I came up with. I just attached a normal standard cable lug on the end of the cable and slotted it over the throttle. As you can see here, it works absolutely fine. Ain't perfect, but hopefully it's enough to get me home. 100 Ks I've got to get back. If it breaks again, I'll do the same. I'm probably going to try and take roads that don't include motorways for that reason. So it might be a little bit more than 100 Ks. Maya, what are you doing? She's just chilling. Quite lucky though, look, the main road's there. And I just literally, 12 o'clock at night, pulled off straight into this. Obviously I lost power. 23 kilometres back However, it is saying it's going to take me 2 hours because it's not taking me on the M25. I want to avoid motorways. So wish me luck, guys. See if we're going to get back in one piece.
The one big bonus about avoiding the M25 and all the main roads is that you get to drive through these incredibly beautiful little villages and side roads. Quite a vast difference from the roads I'd been driving early on in the year.
Guys, if you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed, please do so.
One thing that does always take me a few days to get used to is, of course, getting used to driving on the left side of the road again.
Mission successful, we've done it, we made it back. Bit windy this afternoon, so happy though to be back. That was some adventure, to say the least. I had to go all of the back ways and the traffic was horrendous, and obviously I was nervous about the cable breaking again, but we made it. Happy days. I don't know how many miles I've just covered. What is that? It's got to be 1,200-1,300 miles I've just done. So getting back to normality really, back in the UK. I've already been in touch with a guy who renovates and refurbishes gearboxes for basically like to find out how I'm going to solve that issue. I think he said that he does have 4-speed gearboxes on the shelf ready to go, but I said to him I'd rather just get my one actually redone. So I'm not sure exactly how much that will be. He reckons a couple of week turnaround on that. So that is the goal. Now I need to manifest the money to do that. So what is next is the ultimate question that I'm asking myself, and a bit of hard work ahead to get the gearbox sorted. Obviously a few little minor bits as well to do with the, I don't know necessarily how long that bodged repair for the accelerator cable is going to last. I'll see if I can see a mechanic about that soon. But I've also got to replace the fuel tank as well. That's another one. You can get those for about €200 though. But yeah, there's plenty to be done through the summer. So got to keep cracking on. Starting to get back into the swing of things. One of the biggest questions that people do ask when I meet people, and that is, how do you kind of survive on the road? How are you able to travel so much? Well, it's not been easy. Let's just start with that. Quite often find myself wondering that exact thing myself, but I have been working a lot at building up my kind of stock selling online. I go to boot sales in the summer and buy bits from there, which I think I can make a few bob on, which I enjoy, to be fair. I really get a lot out of it. I really feel like it's an amazing kind of way. Like, it's almost going back to the old ways of bartering. You know, every time you try to ask prices on things, people try to barter with you, you know, and I enjoy that element of it. And then obviously, yeah, over time with a bit of experience, I can sort of see what things I think, yeah, are gonna be worth, you know, selling. I might make a few quid on. The odd thing here and there, obviously, I end up sitting on for a while, or, you know, don't sell, in which case I have to take a bit of an L on. But 90% of what I get from boot sales, I end up at least breaking even on. A lot of people just happy to just let, you know, unclutter their garages and whatever else. All the donations and things that people do on here are hugely helpful. I mentioned in the last video about the guy that donated a GoPro, which is still blowing my mind, which of course then allows me to create better footage. So these little things help in a massive way. Obviously there are ways in which you can help with buy me a coffee, and obviously I've set up as well a PayPal fund for, you know, upgrades. I do need some mics, so anytime you hear the volume that's off a little bit here and there, that's because I need to get some proper mics. So that's my plan for the summer. I'll get them regardless, but obviously, you know, you can directly impact my ability to be a content creator and also to support the travels, you know, because obviously I'm always wanting to explore new places, and money is the method of how we do so. Even to do some more videos of places in the UK, that is another thing that I'm looking at all the time. I'd like to visit Cornwall again. I went down to St Ives a few years ago, and that was absolutely incredible. So I'd like to try and see if I can do a little bit more travel in the UK while I'm here, Wales even. So yeah, we're going to, there's plenty of options and opportunities. It's just a case of, for me now at least, trying to tackle head on the finances and get myself in a bit of a better position. A big thank you for watching this video, for continuing to support my travels. But now we're going to be based here in the UK for a little while, but who's to say there's not going to be another adventure around the corner. So much love, and we'll see you on the next one. Ciao, guys.